show me a little gap and I'll go through it. Kart 643, Pascal Marshall looking at an attempted move on Barry Pullinger. That has not happened. This is towards the end of lap 3 of a 9-lap race. Leaders at the northernmost part of the circuit at Marshall Point 10. Coming back now onto the home circuit to start lap 4. Sean Babington's lead was 0.32 of a second. It's down to 0.24. So the evidence of the transponders, Chris, is that reeling in the leader, Ben Cooper getting closer.
Zinderua is getting closer and closer to the tail of Mikalayo in third place as they go through turn 4 over the bridge and into the right-hander at turn 5. He got close, but he couldn't find a way through. Full of quality, isn't it, this top 6? You've got world champions, European champions, championship runners-up, championship leaders, former champions, all in amongst the top 6. Ben Cooper, the Canadian, right onto the tail now of Sean Babington for the lead of the race as they come out of turn 7. He has a look at the inside of the way into turn 8. He's done it. Through he goes. Squeezes a move. That was a Mark Litchfield move, that, on the way into turn 8. Good stuff from Ben Cooper. You only see the very, very best drivers pulling off moves like that. That's to be fair as well, though. Sean Babington had to give him the room, otherwise there would have been contact. So sensible driving from the pair of them.
Yeah, good point you make there. Credit to Sean Babington in being passed for not doing something silly.
Yeah, if he closed the door, I think they both would have come to grief. Mika Laiho pulling back away now from Zinderua. Simas Universis running in 5th place. Barry Pullinger, again, impressing in the heats, as he's done for the last couple of rounds. He's there in 6th position in good company. Pascal Marshall, the German driver, in 7th. Michael Kuhl from Belgium in 8th. Up to 9th place now. Andreas Batman, who dropped to 10th on the previous lap. And Deval rounds out the top 10. Dennis Kroos.
Yes, just outside the top 10. Dennis Kroos in 12th leads the Masters from Tamsin Germain 13th and Florent Lambert 14th. So the Masters are running 12th, 13th, 14th on track. Kroos, Germain, Lambert. This is lap 5.
Yeah, Germain right onto the tail of Lambert. Dennis Kroos, something must have happened there because Dennis was 3rd behind both Tamsin and Florent Lambert at the start of the lap. But he gets ahead of them, and he's a long way clear now, in fact. So Dennis Kroos, number 746, leads the Masters. Lambert and Germain are nose to tail. A nose to tail are the two leaders, and 3rd and 4th going under the bridge now. Ben Cooper coming under all sorts of pressure from Sean Babington. 5 of the 9 laps have been completed. Into turn 4 they go, having a nibble up the inside
and there's
there.
The move for 3rd, Chris.
Yes, he's done it. Just behind, into 3rd place goes Zinderua into the same corner. Babington had a look for the lead. It didn't quite pay off, but Zinderua, with a similar move just behind, got that 3rd place away. Good stuff that from Zin. Now, what can he do to close the gap, Ken?
And it seemed as if it had come just 1 lap after he was falling away a little bit. It's almost like, I'll take a breather, and now I'm going for it. Good race for 1 and 2. Good race for 3 and 4. And for the matter of record, it's not a bad scrap between Barry Pullinger. Zenderuva having Ben Cooper. This is the 2/3 race distance. 6 laps gone, 3 to go. Ben Cooper's lead, 0.10 of a second, and I'm staying with those two because Sean Babington serving clear notice that he's attacking Ben Cooper, but Ben Cooper very, very much aware of where he needs to be. And he's exited the right turn off the bridge a lot better than Sean Babington. And Sean Babington did better than Ben Cooper, and I have to say that was a really nice little piece of driving by Sean Babington. So he gained a length and a half in that one little turn alone.
And at the first hairpin, Barry Pullinger gets ahead of Simas Universis. So keeping good company here, Barry, and now starts to close the gap to the pack ahead of him. Andreas Batman at turn 4 got ahead of Pascal Marshall as well. So Andreas, who started 2nd, dropped down to 10th place at one point. He's back into 7th position now, the Swedish driver. We're about to conclude the 7th lap of the race, so there's 2 to go. Sean Babington leads. On the way through into turn 1 he goes. Right behind him, you can see there in the red and white colour scheme, if you're watching online, the multiple world champion Ben Cooper. Zinderua in 3rd place was quicker than the pair of them, though, significantly so. A 56.4 for the leader, a 56.7 second lap for Cooper, 56.0 for Zinderua, and under braking on the way into turn 6, the right-hand hairpin, he closes up further still. So 1.5 laps to go, and Zinderua is coming back at the 2 leaders here. In 4th place, you got 602 Mika Laiho, who's not quite on the pace with them. Not far away, but not catching them. And Barry Pullinger is flying along very nicely in 5th place. So lap and a quarter to go. Through turn 10 they go. And Babington and Cooper, if they start fighting each other now, Ken, they're going to have Zinderua breathing down their necks. In fact, he's almost with them already.
Indeed so, and certainly Ben Cooper's served notice on Sean Babington and us that he hasn't given this up as a defeat in the opening heat. Just about a cart length between them, 0.16 of a second. You would back the guy that goes into the start of the last lap with a lead of 0.16 of a second, but factor in then that you've got the world champion behind you, and he's not come over for Canada just for a little bit of testing of the cart. But Zenderuva, if you're quite right, Chris, if he does anything silly, and a beautiful piece of cross moving by Ben Cooper to get the lead back off Sean Babington. There really was nothing that Sean did wrong, and oh, come on guys, careful. Don't like to see, well, carry on talking. Chris, you call them home before I say something I shouldn't.
Oh, sparks were flying there. Sean Babington tried to move into turn 8. There was contact. He scraped along the ground and somehow kept it on the road. But Ben Cooper held the lead of the race. Zenderu was desperate to get past Mikolaiho as well, but they didn't change position. They come out of the final turn. The checkered flag comes out and the win goes to Ben Cooper. So he starts off terrifically well here in the first race of the weekend. In the end, Zinder to me has got the to try and win a race this week. Still, he really has. Even in this first heat, I think he could to win the race. On Babington second, Mikolaiho was just second, covered the top 4 at the drive through to 5th place and came back well. He got with a good last. The German driver 7th, up to 8th on the final. Was 9th and was the 6th of. There you can see the lots going on at the Masters class.
Front of that one, fascinating. There were incidents as you settled and the checkered flag came. Race winner by point from Great Britain. 3rd place. 4th, Great 5th, Sweden's. It was the German 7th, Seamus down in 8th, of Belgium 9, of France 9 different. Excuse me, 1, 2. All is Belgian. Zenderu 10. There was 3 Dutchmen, Irvin Montfort 11th, and then the first of the Masters, Dennis Kroos came home 12th, but won the Masters class. Nikita Kudov from last on the grid came home in 13th place, the Russian driver. Then the 2nd and 3rd of Masters was Florent Lambert 14th on track, Tamsin Germain 15th on track. 4th in Masters was Chris Grön, 16th on track, and the very unlucky Annalisa Dryspring, she went out of the race on the 3rd lap. But congratulations to Ben Cooper, congratulations to runner-up Sean Babington and 3rd place Zenderuva. Congratulations to Dennis Kroos, first of the Masters.